would stop, and I
Where
would
you
say,
see all the white lines.
right. If there's a
You
car in
wouldn't
front
say
of
nothing if there was a car in front of you. Anytime you stop, if there's a car in front of you, say I'm stopping to where I see his rear tire. That way, if he breaks down, I can get around him without backing up. When you're here, you can move up into the intersection. But the cars that's coming towards you that are turning right, they have to turn before you.
okay. So I'm turning left now.
Yeah.
You want to guide me how I turn? I mean, I know how to turn.
Yeah, you can go. You gotta go up. You gotta turn in. You gotta try to turn into the left lane,
Yeah.
and then immediately signal to move over. So now, put your right direction on, move over.
Yes, and I have
Because if not, they'll come around you. Double overpass,
yes.
at least 14. My bus is 10-6. Good to go.
Straight.
You go straight. Got a curve ahead, 20 miles an hour. Now what I want you to do is stay close to the parked cars, but leave enough room to where if they open the door, you don't take it off. But the whole purpose of that is, anybody that's passing you, you gotta have them pass you on the left side.
Right.
Because if they pass you on the right, even a motorcycle, you're fucked.
Uh-huh. So this is 2
So
lanes?
you would stay right where you're at. Yeah, it's like a lane and a half, actually.
I'm recording, okay, if you don't mind.
Anytime you see something like that accessorized vehicle up there with the hazard lights on, you would say, I'm going to exercise caution. I have a vehicle up here that has its hazard lights on. Potential hazard. Whenever you're driving, I'm exercising caution. Whenever you were doing the pre-trip, it would be properly mounted and secure. You don't have to do that anymore. Hopefully you won't have to do this after the month. Now we're going to go straight at the red light. So there's 3 lanes up here. You'd stay in the middle lane. Now if there was a lot of traffic, you don't block this street. You can block a driveway, can't block a street.
Again, there's no car in front of me.
Yeah, so you would just stop till you see all the white lines.
But if there was to be a car in front of me, I gotta be able
Yeah,
to see
you got to
its
turn
tires.
around and tell them I'm stopping to where I see the rear tires of the vehicle in front of me. Now it's kind of hard. You see that white broken up line?
Yeah.
You got to hug that.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is, if some people have a tendency to move to the right a little bit, and if you do that, then that car's going to hump that's making a right-hand turn. Just like you did it. Perfect.
I don't want to go to that problem.
Now, not this corner, the following corner, you're going to make a right turn. Anytime you got to touch the yellow line or 50% of the roadway, like here, you got a truck, so you're going to come out to the yellow line. Go slow, you're going to make a right up here. Very good. Now this says all lanes, so you're going to stop 2 feet before the stop sign. Then if nobody stopped the other 3 ways, you would go. Now as you go, you would turn around and you'd say, I'd see there's a playground on my left. I'm going to do 15 miles an hour till I clear the playground. There's actually a sign for that, but it's in the friggin' trees over here. So that would cover you to that metal fence over here.
Once I pass the fence, that's it, right?
Yeah, because there's a walking trail also besides the playground. Now you would say, I've cleared the playground, I resume normal speed, even though it's only 5 miles an hour faster.
Yeah.
Now you'd say, I got a yellow sign up here telling me the roadway's coming to an end. I got to go either left or right, and they're going to tell you you're making a right. now you move up a little bit because you can't see perfect to the left. And you would stop again. And here we go. Here I got a yellow sign telling me there's a stop sign ahead. And I got another one of those signs that tell me the road is coming to an end. I'm going to make either a left or a right. You're going to make a right, by the way.
Well, you made this trip worthwhile for me. Even if not, you're not in the spots. The only thing I learned today. Take this way.
Now here, you got a bike lane. It's a bike shed lane. You can't drive in the middle because you'd be half on the wrong side of the road. So you would say, I have a bike shed lane. I'm going to exercise caution and adjust accordingly. In other words, if you've seen a bike coming, you would move.
Just according to the bike shed
Yeah.
lane. Okay, words. We're going to remember all these words. Oh my God.
Got a stop sign coming up. You're going to go to the end and then make a right. There's your stop sign. This is all ways. You can see the other three ways, so you can just go. You make a right at this stop sign. Now here you're gonna go right out to the yellow line. So now what happens is you really only have to look to the left, but here you gotta look both ways because if there's a TA bus or a dump truck coming down and you're going out to the yellow line, they're going out to the yellow line. Two people out to that yellow line don't cut it, you know what I mean?
Well, I have to go on the yellow line like I did, right? Otherwise
Yes.
I could hit that on the tree or something.
Yeah. Because if you tried to cut it short like a car, you would have definitely hit the curb and you would have been done.
Straight.
Yep. You go all the way to the end. It's nice to get this red light, which you just did.
Hazard on my right, if I can say that.
Yeah.
What do I say? Hazard, human? What?
Yeah. Construction on my right. Pedestrian. Now, while you're here, you could say I got a sign, Hill Blocks View, 15 miles an hour. I can also say I have a pedestrian crossing. And I also say I have some sort of bridge. No weight restriction posted. My vehicle's 29,000 pounds. I may proceed. At certain times here, because of some parked cars, I have to touch the yellow line.
I have to say that. I have to
Yep.
touch on yellow line.
Even if there ain't no yellow line. As soon as you're going over 50% of the roadway, you gotta tell them. For what reason? You know what they say? He who speaks gets license. He who don't speak gets shit.
Oh man, I never thought it would be so hard to get this this
Yeah,
license.
it's not like you call. Alright, you're gonna stop 2 feet before the stop sign. You can see the other 3 ways. You can go.
I have a hazard on my right.
Jackie is 7.
I'll proceed in
I drove
front.
there 2622. My bus
Also
was
got
tomorrow.
people crossing the
See you
street.
guys tomorrow.
So you gotta
Have a
let
good
them
night.
know. Can't wave them on.
Copy.
Oh, I'm gonna wait. And the test, I'm gonna
So she's telling you to go, so go ahead.
do. The test, am I allowed to do that?
Yeah. You just can't wave the tanker. Don't worry about it. She'll call you something bad words under her breath, but she'll get over it. She'll sleep good tonight. You gotta watch this guy because he's got one brake light on, one doesn't work.
And no plates. Nobody has any plates anymore. No.
There's Remember, you're in the hood, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. I see.
You see where that cop was sitting there when we went around the playground? There's been about 8 people murdered there in the last year and a half. In those high-rises. That's the amount of all the houses. Now down here, you're gonna make a left. Now you're gonna stop 2 feet before the stop sign, then you gotta move way up to see around that store. So any truck or bus that's coming from the right is gonna wave you on, because you gotta move way up to see around the store. You're gonna be making a left? Okay. I couldn't remember if I told you were making a left.
No,
Now cars can make the left, so they're not gonna.
yeah, I know. They're not gonna wait for you. I know. This is the worst stop sign on the test. Looks like.
Yeah. All right, this bus is going in, so if nothing's coming on the left, you can go. And I hope it ain't my son. He'll be yelling at me. Ah, damn it, hold me up.
Okay.
I taught my son and my son-in-law, they both drive for the MTA.
Yeah. Is it good, MTA, to drive?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. MTA was
Curve
good.
ahead 20 miles an hour. Every benefit in the world.
A lot of signs I gotta pull out, man.
50% after 25 years. Like me. I mean, I'm retired sanitation. I get 50 grand a year without working. Just from them.
Nice. Nice.
How could you beat something like that? You know what I mean?
Oh, you can't.
And the people I want on the TA actually do better than me. Alright, here you got some obstructions on the right. Gonna exercise caution. I got a curve ahead, 20 miles an hour. Right as you go around this corner, you're gonna see 2 yellow signs. One says hidden driveway, one says truck crossing. They're right here. They're a little buried in the tree. You can see it. Look. We're only about halfway through it.
For the test?
Yep.
Shit. It's gonna be... I thought it's a quick test.
Yeah. 45 minutes of driving. 40 to 45 minutes.
I
Turn
follow.
ahead 20 miles an hour, so drive the speed a little bit.
I followed one of the guys taking the test. He looked like he was done really quick. Does that mean he messed up?
You probably failed fast. Because they bring you all the way over here, you're going to do the railroad track. Well, if you follow the truck, now slow down. You're going to have a sign, left turn, 15 miles an hour. You're going to make that left turn. If not, we're going to go right into the container port. We'll both be on the side of the road in handcuffs.
Going left, right?
Yep.
Dead inside.
Yep.
You're saying the guy failed in like 15 minutes in the test?
Yeah. They probably took him right up Glen Street. He either screwed up that emergency situation, or he did something on that first turn that was wrong, and they brought him right back. If you don't see these railroad crossings, they'll tell you to call at night to see if you passed. If you don't come to these railroad crossings over here, you know you failed.
So we're about to hit a railroad crossing.
Yeah. Now, I use this blue building. You see the blue building on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Here I would say, I see there's a railroad crossing coming up. I'm going to put my hazard lights on, so that people behind me know that I'm going to do something. You're going to keep going. You're not going to stop where it says R&R. You're going to say, here, I have a railroad crossing 400 feet. I'm going to stop here and keep going. Keep going. This next white line up here, you're going to stop. See this white line right here? I'm going to stop even with that.
Right.
All right. I'm going to put it in neutral. Put the brake on. Open the door. You have to have your window open, which you already do. You'd say, Inspector, I hear no train. I see no train. I'm going to cross the tracks at a normal speed. I'm not going to shift my gears on the track. Once I clear the tracks, then I will shut my hazard light. I'm going to shut the door. You never rode the bus, not 1 inch with the door open.
So I leave my hazard lights on until...
Yeah. Now you look at one of the mirrors, let's reset the track. Go normal speed, almost slow. 1, 2, 3 tracks. As soon as the back of the bus gets past the third set of tracks. Now look in your mirror, now you cleared them, now you shut your hazard lights. Here I have an overpass, 15 feet, my bus is 10. I can proceed. I also have some sort of bridge here, and I exercise caution. There's no weight limit posted. My vehicle's 29,000 pounds. I may proceed.
Oh man, I thought that part is hard. It seems like this is the hardest. I thought this would be the easy part.
Nah. None of these fucking parts are easy, to tell you the truth. Alright, here, whenever you see a red light, foot can't be on the gas anymore. It's got to be over top of the brake.
One more time.
All the time.
What'd you just
Whenever
say?
you see somebody stop, your foot can't be on the gas. It's got to be either on the brake or over the brake. Now we're going to go straight. Now it becomes a one-way, but you're still going to stay to the right, so that way people can pass you on the left.
I'm staying on the right.
Yeah. A little bit. Here I got a speed limit 10 miles per hour for overweight trucks. I'm not an overweight truck. Here I have another overpass. Not marked, so it's at least 14. I'm 10.6. I can proceed. Now up here, you're going to get on the highway. Where you see this car getting on?
Yeah.
You're going to follow signs for 440 South or the West Shore Expressway.
We're going 440 South, right?
Yeah. But it's also the West Shore Expressway.
Oh,
But half of them call it the West Shore Expressway, half of them call it 440 South. As you get on here, you got to get over one lane to the left when you can. Right here. Now, even though it doesn't look it, you're going over a bridge because there's going to be a roadway underneath you. No weight restriction posted. My vehicle's 29,000 pounds. Now you're going to get on here, then you're going to go to the Victory Boulevard exit. Here you got another deer crossing sign. Exercise caution. Over here it's going to be backed up. It always is at this time of day, but it moves once you get in. To show you how bad they are, it was backed up. Everybody was moving 5 or 10 miles an hour. I had a woman, she came to a stop up here, and the traffic was moving slow, and they failed her for coming to a stop. They said she was supposed to merge into traffic. That's why it's good you're taking at 11 o'clock, because there's no backup of traffic at that time.
One more time. She stopped over here.
She stopped right here because traffic was stopped. But they don't let you go, trust me.
I'm not worried about this too. You're on the highway. You can't stop on the highway.
Nope. She stopped and they turned around and they said, "What'd you stop with?" not a stop sign there.
You made the whole
It's a yield. And she said, well, I didn't want to just muscle my way out because you would have failed me, she said. So as I pulled up there, I stopped and somebody flashed their lights and I pulled out. And he turned around and he said, yeah, I probably would have failed you, he said, if you just muscled your way out. He said, but on the other hand, he said, I'm failing you now because you stopped when there wasn't a stop sign.
Oh, man. She went through, if she goes,
She went through the whole run.
because I'm telling you,
Right
I went,
now, we're
I followed her
almost
once. I followed her the whole way. And I saw the guy went straight down first, then he made a turn and went back down, and that's it. You know?
Yeah.
That means he fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, he fell fast.
The driving is at least 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's everything we just did now.
So we got off on Glen Street, right?
Yeah. Now you're getting an S too, right?
Yes.
When we get back over by your car, we're gonna go over to picking up and dropping off of the trial.
I'm going for the S. I have a job ready for me as soon as I have it. I hope I mean
We're gonna have it tomorrow.
I hope.
I got more faith in you than you got in you.
Yeah. So I'm happy I passed the pre-inspection that day, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But I'm really upset I failed the overpass. I'm really
Just
upset I
don't be
failed the
afraid to
fucking
get
bus.
out and look at those cones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're allowed to get out 2 to 5 times. You don't have to shut it off. You don't have to do nothing. You just put it in neutral, put the brake on, open this door, get out, look for those cones. Especially if you got shitty weather like this here. Because you get the water on the mirrors, it's hard to see the cones.
Not allowed to talk to the examiner other than this, right?
Well, if he talks to you, someone will talk to you. Like if you get the worst one, she'll always ask you if you got pets or that sort of thing. Say, yeah, I got a cat, I got a dog.
I have
Don't
a
do
turtle,
I
I got a
have
hamster, I got a fish.
Just don't do like one guy. He got nervous. He said he had 20 cats and 20 dogs.
Yeah.
She said, your house must be like the zoo.
Any pre-K buses coming back to the yard still?